Good morning students, I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on topic Principle and Prevention of Diseases. So watch the entire video lecture to gain the basics out of it and to get good marks. So without any delay, let's start with the topic of Principle and Prevention of Diseases. So let's start. So in topic Principle and Prevention of Diseases, first we'll study organ specific and tissue specific manifestation. Clear? So disease causing microorganisms that enter the body by different means and goes to different organs and tissue. First point we have here, microbes which enter through the nose are likely to go to the lungs, isn't it? If the microbes are entering through the nostrils, it will obviously get inside the lungs. So bacteria which causes tuberculosis of lungs. Next, microbes which enter through the mouth are likely to stay in the gut. That is bacteria which causes typhoid, or in liver, the bacteria which causes jaundice. So if the bacteria are present in the liver, it causes jaundice, and if the bacteria are present in the gut, it causes typhoid. So virus which causes AIDS enter the body through sexual organs during sexual contact and spread through the lymph to all parts of the body and damages the immune system. Point 4, we have viruses which cause Japanese encephalitis, that is brain fever, enters the body through mosquito bite and goes and infects the brain. Clear? So here are the different organs, how they get infected. So first, lungs get infected. If the bacteria get inside the nostril or get inside through the nostril, lungs will get infected. And then the bacteria can remain in liver or in gut. Clear? So if the bacteria present in gut, they're causing typhoid, and a bacteria present in liver causes jaundice. Clear? As well as viruses which cause AIDS entered by sexual contact, as well as the viruses that are present in human brain causes Japanese encephalitis. So next we have principle of treatment. Clear? The treatment of infectious diseases consists of two steps. They are to reduce the effect of diseases, that is symptoms, and to kill the microbes which causes the diseases. So two things we have to focus. One is to reduce the diseases, another to kill the diseases. Clear? So first is to reduce the effect of the diseases. This can be done by taking medicines to bring down the effect of the diseases like fever, pain or loose motions, etc., and by taking bed rest to conserve our energy. Next point, we have to kill the microbes. Like this can be done by taking suitable antibiotics and drugs which kill the microbes and disease is cured. Clear? So we take antibiotics for killing the microbes. Clear? And we take medicines to decrease the diseases that are taking place. Like by taking medicines, we decrease the effect of the diseases like fever, pain, etc. So these are the two principles of treatment. Next we have principle of prevention, how we can prevent it. So there are two ways of prevention of infection. One is general ways for prevention, another specific ways for prevention. So under general ways, public hygiene is the most important for prevention of infectious diseases. Proper and sufficient food for everyone will make people healthy and resist the infection. Clear? First public hygiene, then sufficient amount of good nutrition, that is diet. Clear? Nutrient diet has to be taken. Like third, we have airborne diseases can be prevented by living in conditions that are not crowded. Waterborne diseases can be prevented by providing safe drinking water. Vector-borne diseases can be prevented by providing clean environment. Clear? So if environment is clean, vector-borne diseases will not occur, like dengue, malaria, isn't it, that are caused by mosquitoes. If water is good, isn't it, if pure drinking water, so waterborne diseases will not occur. If airborne diseases, that means if we live in less crowded area, airborne diseases will not occur. Next we have specific ways for prevention. First one is the specific ways to prevent infectious diseases is immunization. The specific ways of prevention of diseases is immunization by taking vaccines. That's why like polio vaccines we have, isn't it? So polio vaccines means total get rid of that from that disease. Once we take the vaccine, we don't have to uh, uh, get means we don't have to take attention that we'll have that disease or not. Clear? Once vaccine is taken, it is permanent that we will not have that disease. So the specific ways to prevent the infectious disease is immunization by taking vaccines. Vaccines provide immunity from infectious diseases like tetanus is there, diphtheria is there, whooping cough is there, measles is there, polio is there. Understood? So these are the specific ways, means vaccination. So our body has an immune system which fights microbial infection. When this system first sees an infectious microbes, it kills the microbe and remembers it. Two things it does. One, it kills the microbes by that means it kills the microbes when WBC attack on them, and as well as they remember that which microbes had entered and caused the disease. Those are performed by memory cells. So if the microbes enter the body, the next time it responds more vigorously. Vaccines mimic the infectious microbes and strengthen our immune system and protects the body from infectious diseases. Understood? So these are the two principles of prevention. One is general ways, another is specific ways. So specific ways is always by the use of vaccines. So now student, what is the difference between vector and carrier? We'll learn from here. See, vector is an organism that spreads diseases by conveying pathogen from the host to another individual but without causing disease by itself. Next, what is carrier? Carrier is an organism that harbors a specific infectious agent in the absence of discernible clinical diseases and serves as a potential source of infection. So for vector does not show any symptoms of diseases. For carrier generally shows the symptoms of diseases as it is also an infected organism. For vector generally do not transmit diseases, but in carrier it transmits genetic diseases. Example of vector diseases like Anopheles mosquito that carries malaria parasite between the humans. An example of carrier is like a human with HIV who can transmit the virus to another healthy individual. Alright. Now what is the difference between infectious agent and diseases? Means not differences. I have given column that which one is a viral disease, which one is a bacterial disease, which one is a fungal disease, which one is a protozoal disease, and which one is a worm. Clear? Like viral disease example means these diseases are caused by viruses like common cold, influenza, dengue, fever, AIDS. These are caused by pathogen or infectious agent is virus. Next we have typhoid fever, cholera, tuberculosis, anthrax. These are caused by bacteria. Clear? Next we have many common infectious diseases is caused by fungi. Then protozoas, from protozoans we have malaria and Kala-Azar. From worms we have worm infection and elephantiasis. Alright. Now what is the difference between sign and symptom? See, what is sign? What is sign? They provide information about the presence of a particular disease. The presence will be indicated by sign and they indicate the presence of disease. Clear? So sign is what? They provide information about the presence of particular disease. For particular disease is sign and for presence of disease indication is symptoms. Now one more difference we have. Under sign they are distinct for different diseases. Signs are distinct for different diseases. But symptoms are the collection. That means symptoms are the collective indication of a number of diseases in a particular part or organ. Understood? So student, these are the homework question. Number 1, explain principle of treatment of diseases. Second question, explain principle of prevention of diseases. And question 3, write the differences between sign and symptoms. So thank you student, this was all about today's lecture. So I have completed the topic principle and prevention of diseases. So here the entire lecture to get the basics out of it, and again we'll meet in the next class. So stay at home, stay safe, study for your exam, and I'm Shomajit sir signing off for today. Again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you students.